Hey, it's Jenna here with Geek Responsibly podcast, where we bring you the most geeky, fun, and ultra nerdy news. If it is your first time here and you don't want to miss out on the epicness that you're about to endure, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and click that bell so you know when our new episodes are available for you. I'm super glad. Now we'll just change all gears and go to death and destruction with Game of Thrones. So, Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3 came out, and it was supposed to be the War of Wars, which, honestly,
I couldn't fucking see it.
One, I could see it because the TV was fine. I watched it in the light, which was a little hard, and then I watched it again darker, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
And, which was fine. The issue was again, I had expectations up.
Yeah.
God damn it, my shirt unraveling. Look at that! Fuck!
You're unraveling like a cheap sweater. Have you ever seen The Tick?
Yeah.
With the chupacabra? Yeah.
So,
speak.
With the... Okay. You can have the talking cat. With the expectation up here that everyone was going to die, and then nothing happened again, I was like, you've got to be kidding me, because guess what? That only leaves a couple of things. One, they took it too far and are trying to keep everyone... Or there's going to be a shit ton of deaths with Cersei's war.
It's going to be a red wedding.
Oh my god. So, first off, I had a little bit of hope when Melisandre came out and put fire on their...
Oh, Red Riding Hood?
Yeah. I thought for sure we had a chance for, like, at least some stuff.
I agree, and I remember, like, they start running and Mark's like, that's really cool to see, and I'm like, yeah, and then... all the lights start going out, and I'm like, yeah, and there's something wrong with me, because I was like, yeah, this is amazing, this sucks.
I was a little
really
upset
cool.
because I was like, where the fuck is Ghost?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, please save the pup.
But, like, all the Dothraki gone like that.
Well, some of them came back.
Some, screaming.
And Jorah.
Fucking the Unsullied were the only ones, in my opinion, that
fucking badass.
Held it down.
Yeah, they had to. They're built that way.
Oh, God.
I felt a little bad for that guy, though.
It was hard to see, and I think that was probably their intention too, because that's war, and you don't know what's going on, who's who, what's happening. Like, so it was a lot of chaos. Did you happen
to watch the 40-minute reveal at the end?
I don't know if
the last night reveal. Okay, so a lot of it that you're saying right now, they cover within. If you have HBO Go or HBO Now, whatever it's called. They have a whole 40-minute the long night reveal.
That's a long one, because usually it's like a little short thing about the...
So they have that. They have 3. So they have the trailer for the next episode.
So I have things to watch tonight.
Yes. So, and please do, because like it seriously was awesome, because I like that stuff. So they had the behind the scene, which was like what, 30 or 10 minutes? I think it's 10 minutes.
It's usually short, yeah.
Yeah,
and it's like behind the episode.
Yep, that one was 10 minutes. But if you get out and then go back down, it says the long night revealed. And it breaks up each section. So it talks about like why it was so dark in the beginning, because they wanted to play off the moon.
Yeah.
It took them 3 months or three weeks. Starting at like 9 o'clock at night, and they went till 5 o'clock in the morning every single day.
I heard someone mention to me that they were doing the natural light.
They were doing natural. Well, and then so there was 3 parts of light change.
Yeah,
and they talk about it. So definitely, I highly recommend going and watching it. But they did the moonlight. Then they had Melisandre with the light. Yeah, with the fire. Because then everything turned orange, as you could tell.
It was hell on earth.
Yeah, and then it went back to the moonlight, which when we were with Bran.
Yeah.
So we get through. First off, I was like, holy fuck, hordes of zombies. That shit was like avalanche.
That was World War Z zombies. Like, that was just a wave of things. Just a wave of things.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Then I thought Brienne was down right away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I get it. Like, the chaos of war is like you see people.
But are they biting them? Do they turn?
No,
what happens?
I don't think they turn. Okay. But I think it's like that. The chaos of war is like it seems like everyone's getting ruined and you have no idea. So it's like so I feel like this next episode is going to be like. I have a feeling we're going to touch base and check in with everyone that did survive, because it was so chaotic that night.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit softer of an episode, just kind of touching base with everyone and getting a little bit more input on what the fuck Cersei is doing.
Yeah.
Because she was just sitting over there with her comfy pillows, wine, and just going, everybody's dying while I'm sitting over here.
Yeah, she wants them to murder themselves, and that's essentially what we did. So now we've got everyone trying to save the human race, and freaking the Night King took a lot of their people out.
Yeah, and I don't even think there's anybody really there. And then he raised them.
Then that guy, who knew he upcycled? He's like, yep.
Well, and I knew that was going to happen. I was like, the thing I told you.
I like that
remember
he didn't
the
talk. He's like, looking at him, he's just like, Like he didn't. That face was fierce.
Can I just say that we were terrified of this gentleman who has not had a word.
Yeah.
Not spoken a word.
And the crypt thing happened, as you said. I was hoping it wouldn't, and then it did. I'm like, damn it.
I was super excited about it. I was hoping Gilly was going to be gone, but she's still alive.
I was wondering to what extent his powers came to. Like, are you able to raise the dead when they've been dead for centuries? And then
clearly they can.
And then, so then that whole entire horde of undead is gone now. Gone. Just poof, gone.
Yes. So a couple of things. One, when they finally get into, because obviously we know what happens, they get into the castle, right?
Which, by the way, pissed me off because then it turned into like, oh, we've got hordes of zombies who are being gross the entire time. Then you get into the castle and it turns into Resident Evil. And it's all quiet and they're all fucking sombering around. And it's like, okay, now we're doing that? When before it was like just them literally jumping off the roofs.
Yeah, so they said that, again, you'll have to watch that, whatever.
Pick a zombie style and leave it.
Yep, so the reason why they had that in the beginning they talk about, but then also they wanted it to be a horror film in the beginning because you can't see the monster.
That makes sense.
So that was that. Then they wanted another horror feel, but in the inside of the horror, like in the middle part of the horror film.
Hence the Jurassic Park kitchen scene.
Yes, it was. Oh my god, that's hilarious. It totally was. That's so funny. By the way, so while you watch that little like review or whatever, or revealed, that gentleman that went down to go see her, he's actually double or triple jointed. They chose him because while he was walking over, that was all him.
Ew.
And like he put his hand, like while you watch it, he puts his hands on the table and then like goes down like that. I was like, fuck no. And then when I watched it again, I actually didn't see him doing that. So they kind of like cut it too close so you couldn't see it. I was like, thank God, because I would have died. But so that was another part. And then there was, then the action film comes when Jon Snow is trying to go save Bran.
But here's the thing. They're both riding dragons.
No. This was when they were...
Danny misses the fucking mark because she didn't see the cue. That's why Red Riding Hood ran out and was like, fire! But then you cut to Jon, who's on his fucking dragon, can clearly see it's not lit. And he's just like, nah, I'm going to go up. Like, it just drove me nuts. Like, there's little things that just pissed me off.
I understand that.
So I did like that it took the jaw off the other one. And then that dragon died and then was re-raised again. Because I'm pretty sure it died. Like, when it ripped it and, like, whatever, he, like, died. And I think he re-raised it and it came up again. It was all like, tet when it was doing the smoke. I don't know.
I didn't think it was dead again. But now that maybe that makes sense.
Because I think I saw it falling and then it popped up. So I'm like, well, did it die again? Did he, like...
Maybe.
He's like, nope.
So that brings us to
why is he fireproof?
So that we'll get to that.
Okay.
So
I so many questions.
So many questions. So, and again, a lot of the stuff that I've read is again from theories. What a little monster! Salem, stop! I'm just gonna keep you in a ball. You can't do anything. He'll just attack my hair. Okay, so they finally get in, right? I am so glad that the Hound finally got over his fear of fire to go and say, he's like, it was almost like Ginny's mom, Ron and Ginny's mom in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
In the movies when she's like, don't mess with my daughter. That's like how the Hound was. He's like,
tell that to
her.
her.
Oh, I'll go save her now. Which I was really glad that they did. And
well, and I don't think it was necessarily fire. I think it was also the fact
he's been scared of fire this whole time.
Yes,
well, and he said, we're never going to fucking
he's like,
win.
we're never going to win. What's the point? He's like, well, tell her that. And he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And he goes to help her
So
out.
stop being a little fucking bitch and get up there.
Like, she's doing her job.
She was badass up until you got to the point where she got knocked in the head. And then she kind of was like not all there. And there were a couple of times when I was like, what are you doing? She's just like walking in the library area.
Yeah.
Just fully like, what? And then I was like, well, can't they hear her? Can't they smell her?
I liked the whole like turn around and killed that one.
Oh!
Like, that's her freaking default reflex.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was like, what happens if it wasn't anybody?
I know.
Like a zombie.
Her default's like,
her default's like,
jeez Louise.
Yeah, and then she slowly like let him down. And then stepped over. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, but then she gets into the room with Red Riding Hood, and she's like, hey, and I'm like, I don't remember them meeting at all.
Yeah, then, season 3.
I don't remember it. And then
but again,
she
it
was saying,
season 3.
like, you're closing, and then she says, you're closing eyes for good.
Yep.
And it's brown eyes.
Blue eyes
blue
and
and
green. So brown eyes was Frey.
Okay.
Blue eyes is Night King.
Yeah. And we're assuming Cersei has green.
What happened to Littlefinger?
What happened?
I don't think Arya is killing Cersei.
What happened to Littlefinger? I don't remember.
She cut his fucking throat.
You think that's green eyes? You think it's Littlefinger?
He has green eyes. I went and checked. Now, that is my theory. There's 2 theories that are going out. One, I think it's Littlefinger, so she's already done. She's done her 3.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that, or didn't like put 2 and 2 together about blue eyes or anything because I was already like anxious.
I thought
so
when
I
she
didn't
said
even
blue eyes, I thought, oh shit, she's gonna die and become a White Walker. But then she like with the quarterback toast.
So that was badass, and I did not expect that at all.
I didn't expect.
So we'll get to that theory here shortly. But with the green eyes, either it's going to be that she is going to kill Cersei, or she's going to take Jaime's face or Tyrion's face and kill Cersei, because the prophecy is that Cersei dies from her brother, younger brother.
Don't take Jaime's face.
Well, we don't know if he's going to die.
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying.
By soldiers.
I mean, just don't.
He could die by soldiers.
Just don't die in general.
Well, do you want Tyrion to go or Jaime to go, or neither of them to go? So then now either of those two. What if they both kill Cersei at the same time?
No.
They're like in the room. Well, whatever. Okay.
I don't know.
Otherwise, Littlefinger, I think, is the one that was the green eyes. So she's done. And I hope so, because I love Arya, and it was badass. That scene was freaking epic. I was not expecting it, but I don't want her to continuously be like, now I don't want it to be predictable.
I don't want her to be the big bad, like the head honcho. I'm fine that she took this quarterback out. Nice little season 1 move.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. But I don't necessarily want her to be like, oh, well, Arya's going to fix it.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want that at all. So that brings us to
a problem.
I think Dany's going to be a problem. I thought so, but with this issue that just happened, I have a feeling that maybe she's a little bit humbled. This is the first time we've ever seen her with a sword in her hand.
Yeah,
and she's actually doing something. So I think she's actually doing something. Nobody else. She's not turning to others.
Why would you land? Why would you land?
Yeah. Why would you land? Why wouldn't you go back up?
Yeah, why
okay, did you land and you make sure John's okay. John's okay.
And then she's like,
go.
Oh, look.
Like, she's all like, oh shit.
There's lots of things on my dragon.
I'm still going to just sit here.
My dragon's like, nah,
like, fucking 12 seconds go by. I'm like, fucking go.
Yeah, and the dragon's like, I gotta go, man. There's like shit on me. And he kicks her off and goes. So I was like, why did you wait that long? Like, I wouldn't have landed. You hover.
Then I was like, no,
just like the toilet. You hover.
I was like, you fucking you own up to this now, man. Like, I was hoping she would die because of her stupidity.
Oh my god.
She pulled too fast with the dragons in general.
Yeah.
Because of the Dothraki, and then she pulls that stunt.
Well, she had to pull fast with the Dothraki because she realized, like, oh, fudge, we're in deep doo-doo for sure, Z's. Because that's essentially, she's like, they're already here. Like, I have to do something.
Yeah. Which I'm glad that they came in and, like,
and I don't like that. And I get that the Night King was, like, pulling them away from the battle because the dragons are, pretty badass. But at the same time, it's like, you could have burned more.
I agree.
I just feel like you could have done a little more.
You could have done a little bit more. Like, there was hordes, and you could have just helped a little bit more. Or one could have gone to the Night King, or whatever it may be. But, so that brings us to the Night King being fireproof. I believe it might be a Targaryen. Why is he riding a dragon, and he doesn't get phased by fire?
Well, it probably doesn't matter now because he's iced. But still...
I said the same thing too, but I was like, I wonder, and then I was like, well, he's fucking dead. Or is he? I think he is. I think he's completely dead.
When it happened, my World of Warcraft lore kicked in, and I just assumed there must always be a Night King or a Lich King.
That brings us to Bran.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much at the point where it's like, you need that natural balance, because there's still like the sprite thingies, and I think they had the Night King for keeping humans in check, so I feel like there's always going to be one.
Mm-hmm. So that brings us to the confusion of where the fuck did Bran warg?
He turned into a bunch of fucking
But where did they
go?
and
they went to the Night King's face, and he's like...
Yeah. Were they telling him it's time?
I don't fucking
know.
So
this is one thing that they were saying is that Bran went up, warged, went back in time, spit a deal with the Night King, and that's why the Night King didn't rush up on Bran or anything else. And Bran also said... Theon, out of all of these people that are way more eligible of actually saving me, I want you to protect me. Only with like 4 other people and a couple of arrows. Bran is colluding with something. He's either he's a darkness, he's gonna be the new Night King, he's gonna, like, something's up.
I don't think he expected Arya to ice him.
I think that they were supposed to do something, and Arya fucked it up.
Because he was like... looking like he was gonna slice him, but then
what happens if he wasn't going to?
He had no, like, I mean, as far as Bran emotion goes, I feel like he was shocked, which was this face.
He kind of had a little bit of, it was a quizzical, like,
I don't know.
Wait a minute. I don't know. So then I watched it again, and I was like, does he know that Arya's going to be there? Maybe no one does, because that's why she was an assassin. And then I loved how they just did this. And then that guy was like... And then all of a sudden she just comes out of nowhere.
Dude.
Ah!
She's quiet.
So, and that's the thing. Like, I think it really caught him off guard because they were already planning to do something. Maybe he's going to change him into the Night King, and now Arya's fucked it up.
Maybe,
I have no idea.
Maybe because it's like, they're at the end, they're realizing the war isn't going to end. Because I'm watching this whole episode, and I'm like, the only way that this is going to end is the Night King's going to get Bran, and he's going to be like, let my people go and leave it be. Because everyone's dying, and there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that she came in and took him out.
I forgot about her completely because I was having so much anxiety for all the other part.
I didn't, because we had the Red Riding Hood scene, and she's like, what do we tell Death? And she's like, not today. And then she walked out, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then we're going through he's walking up to Bran, and I'm like, where's Arya? I feel like we need to see her soon. And then she came out, I was like, fuck, yes.
Yeah. That was super epic.
But then I thought she was dead. And then the little tink.
I thought she was dead too.
Little shank.
The little neck thing. I thought he was squeezing her neck and it was cracking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anyway,
shank was a good one.
Melisandre, or as you keep calling her, Red Riding Hood.
Evil Red Riding Hood.
I kind of wish she would have died by the hand of Davos.
Yeah, I think he would have wanted that too.
But he was making sure. He was out there squinting. Is she fucking dead?
But she also said, I'm going to die before sunset.
Yeah.
So was her power going away? Because she took the necklace off and the power died. So
yeah, there's other witches, though. She went back to talk to other witches, remember?
I'm just saying,
you might need to just go back and rewatch all the seasons.
I plan on it after it's done.
Me too.
But so
because I missed so much.
She knew. She knew. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna die regardless." But
that was her prophecy.
But when she was doing the fire, she was
her.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw her.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Please
fuck
work.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Is this gonna work?
This is because you burned a chick at the stake.
But that's the thing. She had to come up and do the fire because no one else was stepping up to do it.
I'm glad that she actually did it. So there was a lot of craziness, death and destruction. The season 8, episode 4 little trailer, fucking fast as hell.
Yeah.
I had to stop it and pause it.
Yeah, because it was just, we won the Great War, now let's win the last one. And it was little pop, pop, pop little things, and that was it.
So I paused it, and we have pretty much everyone. Ghost is there, Tommen, Brienne, 2 dragons, Dothraki, or not Dothraki, Unsullied dude, Grey Worm, I think his name is. Yep. So we literally only lost, like, 3 people.
Her knight dude that, like, loves her.
Jorah.
Which he had...
He needed to die that way.
I didn't catch it, but he had final words.
He wanted to say, I love you.
If there's subtitles on, because one of my coworkers had subtitles on, and he said, like, I'm a little hurt. Or I'm just, like, a little hurt. Like, he actually said something, I think. Because
Really?
I thought it was going to be like, I love you. She's like, oh, I had subtitles on. He actually said something. I'm like, bullshit. She's like, no, I always have subtitles because I can barely hear what they're saying. And he says something as he's dying. And I think it was, I'm a little hurt.
Well, and the thing is I think their relationship is so fucking weird. Because I know that he, like, loved her. She knew that he loved her, so she would always, like, play him. And this may be where I start seeing more and more that she's
a gold digger.
She's kind of a bitch.
I ain't saying she's a gold digger,
but she ain't
messing
breasting
with a broke.
But I mean, how many people does she really have wrapped around her finger? Dothraki, Jorah, Unsullied, Tyrion. Like, we can go on.
I mean, but for good reason. She did, like, get people out of slavery.
I get that, but then she fucking torches people.
Yeah.
For them not bending the knee. So you rather tell people that they're not going to be slaves. You're not going to be a slave no more. And then she goes and burns Sam's dad and brother and their whole, like, to show a point.
I don't know.
She's kind of a bitch.
I feel like
and then she
we're
goes,
gonna have an issue.
Who told you that you are a Targaryen? I'm going to go burn his ass.
Who told
and then
you?
Bran is sitting in his wheelchair burning. No, I'm just kidding.
Because that would be so easy.
Those books are gone.
I don't know. I feel like she's going to be an issue. You would think she'd be more happy to find out that there's, family members alive.
Yeah.
Because her whole goal completely changes because she was, wanting to get the throne because that's what she's like, it's mine. I'm like, well, now it's like, his. So there's that. So I don't know. We have 3 episodes left?
3 episodes. 3 episodes, and we got to get all of this together along with a huge war with Cersei.
And then
shit's gonna happen.
And I heard they filmed multiple endings, so that way Yes, I heard they filmed multiple endings and So I would assume
is there gonna be like an epilogue?
No, but I'm guessing they did it that way so you don't know, so no one can really give out any spoilers because they have different endings. So you don't know what the ending is.
Oh,
so
fuck.
It makes me wonder if they did multiple endings of like episode 5 and 6 because that would make sense, like to still have time to like re-edit things if you need to. So I don't know. It's literally like a shit show. You're not going to know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, now I wasted all of my energy and nervousness and anxiety on this last episode, and now I feel like there's even more threats. Just a reminder, because it sounds like I haven't remembered this stuff either. King's Landing has the biggest weapons to take down dragons. That's where that head was when Jaime and Tyrion were there.
And King's Landing's probably going to have the most people because everyone else died.
Well, yeah,
so
there's 20,000 troops.
Yeah, now we're going to sit there and go take on the last war when literally everyone just died.
I say at night, come in with dragons and just burn the shit down.
Well, we still also have...
Because that's why the ashes... Remember Daenerys went through there and... Do you remember her dream?
No.
So Khal Drogo died.
Yep.
And she had a dream, a prophecy, where she was walking through the King's Landing, through the throne. Everything was in ashes. And she walked outside. It was all in ashes. And she goes into the little hut, and Khal Drogo's there.
Yeah.
And he has the little baby. And then she's like, "Oh, I wish this wasn't a dream." And he goes, "If it's a dream, I'm gonna kill whoever wakes me." Blah blah blah. And they do all that stuff, and then she leaves. Well, the whole kingdom is just in ashes. So I think she's gonna burn the shit down. We'll see. Prophecies. That's why we have to rewatch it.
Cersei used all the wildfire, right? Like she can't blow her own shit up, right?
I hope so, but I'm pretty sure she did when
that was a big explosion.
She was trying to
murder
help out Margaret.
Oh, she helped her out.
Was her name Margaret?
Marjorie? I don't know. I don't remember.
I liked her actually. She was really cute. But anywho,
yeah. So there's 3 episodes left, and yes, I feel like my energy has been just like used up from this whole last weekend. This week it's like trying to get started, but it's like, God, it's just like so much has happened. And it's not even like, it's not important stuff. This is just stuff that's like movies and TV shows. It's not like I've been emotionally drained.
Important.
But I mean, like, it's not like I've been
important.
I didn't have like family members pass away or anything crazy like that, but I'm just like,
they were kind of family members. Like, I thought family members were going to die, and then they didn't. And then I was like, oh my God. Sleeping monster.
So much shit.
So in other news, so Game of Thrones and Avengers, thank you for killing us, because I feel like even while we're talking about it, I just feel drained.
I feel drained. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like,